Zahira, Zahira, you make a dua for me, eh? This is, Ya Allah, tolonglah teacher ni mati mampus. Don't be like that, Zahira, please. I forgot. I'm so sorry. Alamak, wasted lah. I thought I recorded, but Allah Akbar. Okay, never mind. We may need to go through this the third time. But if first two time you don't focus habis, because this is not easy lah. When I was in Sec 2, this one I fail lah. Because my algebra really weak, my Gabra. What about this one? This one is higher level. But if you are able to understand this, Sec 3 will be a breeze lah. Okay, so inshallah. Inshallah, in Sec 3, when I Sec 3, I will also might be continuing with Sec 3. Depending. If you are interested lah. There's some of you video off, I do not know, interested, not interested. Yeah. I only want to teach those who are interested lah. Okay, we're gonna run through shortly. So Shafika is the only one. Shafika, are you using this textbook called Thing? See, do you know how to do this? Now. But Asan, you cannot have X anymore. You must tell what's, you have X equals something wrong. You must give the answer. X is what? Okay, so here we go. Down here now, I can tell you, you can use the elimination method. What is elimination method? Okay, now, imagine now we rewrite this one. 9y plus 4x. Okay. Can you imagine? I'm going to write it down here. 9y plus 4x. You know where I get it from, right? Equals to -1. Do you know where I get from? I get from here, this one. Now here, 4x plus 4x. 9y, 9y equals -1. So what am I going to do? In this school method, we call elimination method. I take equation 1. We call this equation 1. We call this equation 2. And then in your bracket, just write equation 1 minus equation 2. So what happened? Minus, okay, now. Sorry, I don't write equal. Okay, here we go. 11 minus -1 equal 11 plus 1 equal 12 lah. Okay, equal down here, equal. 10x minus 4x, 6x. 9y minus 9y, no more y. 6x equals to 12. X equals to 12 divided by 6 equals to 2. Now you got answer here. So fast, yes. So now I'm going to do what? I'm going to substitute. So let's say I substitute, I call this number 3 lah. I substitute 3 into anyone lah. Into, let's say we do into number 1 lah. Number 1. Into 1. Okay, then what happened? See, we put number 1 is 9y plus 10x. And now you know x is 2. X now you bracket 2 equals to 11. So now 10 times 2, 20. Plus 20 here. You bring over the side, you got minus 20. 11 minus 20. This equals to what? Equals to 9y. Okay, so I'm going to continue here. So what is 11 minus 20? 11 minus 20 minus 9. Okay. Then 9y is equals to minus y. Y is equals to minus 9 divided by 9 equals to -1. Finish, you got the answer. Y equals to -1. X equals to 2. Okay? Can you get it or not? Okay, you can't get it, you must watch the video. I already uploaded last week's video. So you can check last week's work, which is similar to this. Now I'm going to share with you something. Okay. This is, I think, quite important thing. Okay, so you need to know. For me, when I was your age, I heard about this. I was so fascinated by it. You know, fascinated, that means very curious. Okay, I stop first, and here we go. this is it. You can type in the word at na tu. At na tu. Can you see it? At na tu, a novel concept of God. See what there's some tribe. So there's Atnatu, the supreme being. Atnatu. So what is this? Okay, let us see the image. So you have this guy. It says Atnatu, Atnatu. He said Atnatu is not a coconut. Okay. So what is it? You see, when the Western powers went all over the world, some African tribes, some faraway islands, they brought their science, the machine gun, they brought the ships. So the native people now look at them and say, wow, the science is very advanced. Then they start to talk about God. She says, no. Okay, I better pause the recording here. Hold on. Please. So remember this thing about hell, Allah sent. He says in the Quran, we have sent our prophets and messengers to every community. China had it, India had it, Malaya also have it. Say Indonesia had it also. Say who's the Nabi? Nabi Melayu siapa? We don't know lah who's the Nabi. Allah didn't tell us. Okay, you try. We give you G. We give you 5 minutes to complete this. Just give me a moment and we'll get something. Try this. You can do this. Believe in yourself. Come on. Push yourself. Okay, Shafika has given the scorer. Shafika. Congratulations, Shafika. Well done. Tahniah kepada Puan Shafika. Rayhana, come on, Rayhana. Come on, Rayhana. You were improving last year. Come on, this one you can score an A. Come on. And if you are able to, all of you, if you understand maths, I'm telling you, you are going to learn about God in maths. God, G-O-D, God. And later I'll prove to you. I'll just give you one small thing later. So the true way of learning and studying will make you a more knowledgeable person. But if you just study for exam, You have no knowledge. You only have information. You only know how to do tricks. And monkeys can also do tricks. You also can do tricks. You must do more than that. You must have real knowledge. So you got to ask yourself why lah. Certain things why. So for maths, find out truly learn about God. So now Zahira says C plus 1/3. Apa itu C plus 1/3? You want X plus 1/3. Okay. Sorry, X is not 1/3. X is not 1/3. X, you must argue Shafika's answer. She got the answer X to be -12. Shafika now give the answer for Y. A very strange answer, but her answer is absolutely correct. So maybe you are stuck. In this case, I'm going to show you. Sometimes it's easier to use elimination method. If you use substitution method, you got fraction. So I'm going to show you elimination method. Okay? Ready now? So now we rearrange this. Okay? This one now we call this equation 1. We call this equation 1. Okay, we can call this equation 1, but I want to change this one. What I want to change? I want to put the 3y down here. Minus 3y plus 6x. Okay, but this is equation 1. Equation 2 is here. Now, if you were to minus, let's say now you minus, can you see minus 3y minus, if you minus this 3y, the 3y doesn't disappear. Why? Minus and minus now, you see minus 3y plus 6x. I just show you, this is this one here. You're going to minus here. Watch what happened. Minus 3y minus 7x is equals to what? Is equals to 2 minus 10. 2 minus 10 is 8. Now down here, when you remove the brackets here, you get minus 3y. Be careful. If you understand this part, alhamdulillah, you know what to do the next time. And then you have minus 3y again down here. Can you see the y didn't disappear? The minus become plus 7x. The y didn't disappear if you put a minus. But if you put a plus, what happened? If you put a plus, when you take out this one become plus 1. And then this one becomes minus. Yeah, be very clear. This one becomes minus 7x. You see, plus times 3y plus 3y. Plus times minus minus 7x. Can you see now this plus 3y and minus 3y cancel out each other already? Can you see now? Then we have what? 6x minus 7x minus x equals to, something is wrong. I go in minus, only I'm supposed to plus. Down here, it's not equals to 8. I'm supposed to plus. That's why I change the sign, right? I change the sign. What did I do? I change from minus to plus. At first, minus, right? But now it's plus. 2 plus 10, 12. So this one is minus x equals to 12. So x equals to minus 12. This is Shafika's answer. So notice sometimes the first part is easier to do elimination method. What does elimination method mean? Eliminate means what? To get rid of. So down here now, I try to get rid of one of them, either x or y. But I see down here got minus 3y. This one got 3y. I say how to get rid? I plus them together. When I plus them together, the 3y disappear. Normally we minus, right? But in this case, because it's a minus 3y, you have to plus. And then what do? We substitute. Once you substitute, x equals this, you can call this equation 3. One of these. You will find later y is what Shafika has written. Minus 24 and this you will get your answer later. Be quite a complex one, but never mind. We will move on. We move on to the next question. I want you to look at the first one. If we can solve the first one, the second one is quite easy. Okay, we try again, okay? Okay, and before that, I will ask you now. I told you just now that maths will prove that you God. I'm going to prove to you now. If let's say some of you, when I was your age, right after JC, I went to JC, I asked my teacher, why I study maths, why I study science, why I study history. So they tell me, Shahid, you better focus on your exam. After exam, you couldn't answer my questions. Why? Because they themselves don't know the answer. So now I'm going to tell you now. I'm going to give you one reason why we are studying maths. You are actually studying about God. Example, what is the biggest number you can think of? You say 1 billion. I say it can be 1 billion and 1. 1 zillion and 1. There is no end to numbers. No beginning, no end. So if there is no beginning, no end to numbers, do you think God who created all of us can have a beginning and an end? It cannot. So this is one way of teaching you about Akidah, right? Not about Tawhid, about Tawhid. So it's actually proving to you that if maths can have no big numbers, can have no beginning, no end, what about our Lord? Our Lord doesn't have beginning and end. So whether you want to learn or not. Okay, here we go. We move on to the next one. Move on to the next one. I do not want to lose you. Some of you might be down here. We try this H now. Use the elimination method. Come on, use the elimination method. What is elimination method? To get rid of, take one equation minus another equation. Now both of them have the same sign. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. Come on, try. The answer will be a mixed number. Inshira. Let's see whether Inshira. Congratulations, Mr. Inshira. You have gotten your answer correct. Okay, Inshi now. Challenge. Shafika. Come on, Shafika. Come on, Ika. What? You can do this, Ika. Here, come on. Inshi has gotten it. Inshi, do you use the elimination method or do you use substitution method? Now, Shafika, congratulations. Shafika, do you use the elimination method or substitution method? Elimination. Did she say elimination? Yes. Because substitution will be quite complex because it's already like fraction, you know. Okay, Shafika. Shafika has given the next answer and Inshira has given the next answer. One of them gave the answer as positive, one gave the answer as negative. So I will call out the name of the person who got it correct. And the person who got it correct are both now because they have changed the answer. So yes, both congratulations. Come on the rest. Okay. We do together. I cannot wait too long, you know why? Otherwise, we do not know what's happening. So can you see it's minus 8y? You put it down here. Let's rewrite this one. 3x minus 8y. Can you see 3x minus 8y equals to 7? I call this equation 1. And I call this equation 2. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to minus that equation 1 minus equation 2. So how? So this side now is 7, right? 7 minus, but this is minus 3. So what do you get? 7 plus 3 lah, minus plus equals to 10. Down here, 3x minus 9x. Okay, you can put it like that. Okay, you want to be safe, you put a bracket like that. Okay, this is the safest way of doing it. Put bracket, put the first 3x minus 8y minus here 9x minus 8y. I'll put it here like that. Remove the bracket then. When you remove, you see 3x minus 8y, right? And minus 9x. Next one, minus plus 8y. Now these two now, what can you do? You can get rid of them. This one. You can circle them. See, I circle them up. Plus 8y, minus 8y. Notice I circle the sign in front because the sign in front belongs to the number. Remember, sign in front. See, what about this one? This one, remember I say when there's no sign, this is plus lah. Okay. So down here now, minus 8 plus minus 8y plus 8y is no more lah. Why? No more y. See why? 8y minus 8y, no more y. 3 minus 9 minus 6x is equals to 10. X is equals to 10 divided by negative 6. So you can reduce 5 divided by 3 equals to negative 1. So what do you do next? Substitute what? Substitute this new equation. The value of x is here. Down here, down here. See, we call this x equals to 1, right? We call it number equation 3 lah. So, substitute. Yeah. You must know how to do this, okay, guys? Substitute 3 into 1. Up to you lah. Which one you want to into 1 or 2? Up to you. So we put it into 1 lah. So you put 3 x. Don't put 1 minus 1 to third. Put minus 5 over 3. Easier. Minus y equals to 7. So this one, you know, is being times. When you have a number that is touching a bracket, it means it's times. You know? What times what? It's like that lah. So you can cancel a 3, 1. So you get minus 5 minus 8y equals to 7. You bring over minus 5 become plus 5. 7 plus 5, 12. So minus 8y. So you put y equals to 12. But there's a minus sign here. So you get minus 1.5. Am I correct? Yeah, minus 1.5, right? Yeah. Okay. It is not so tough. Not so tough. Okay, the earlier last week's one I recorded. So if you are this week also, there's part of it. I should have but never mind. Okay, we move on. I hope it's okay. You must be able to see when you're going to use substitution method, when you're going to use elimination method. Okay. So down here, if you use substitution method, how? Very difficult, lah. Why? Because substitution method, you must get y equals to something. So I'm going to try again, or x equals to something. How? So I make 9x, this one, I'm going to change it now. I bring that 8y over, minus 8y over. You bring minus 8y over, become plus 8y, right? Okay. So equals to plus 8y minus 3. Now then, I must find what is x, you know. X equals to, Allahu Akbar, you're going to do like that, you know. Divide by 9. You know how complex this is? Now you want to substitute this one inside the y, inside the x. You know how complex, very complex. So this time you see same minus 8y minus 8y. Use elimination method straight. What is elimination method? Take equation 1 minus equation 2 or plus equation 2, depending if a different sign you plus. You will get rid of it and then you will do the earlier step. Yeah, but if sometimes you get easy one like this, x, y, very easy, like you bring the y over, x equals to whatever, just substitute it, or y equals to something, you substitute it. Okay? So sometimes you get like that. So then you got eliminate. But we have already done this, so let us try now the next one. Let us try this one. This one you can use substitution method, no problem. Because can you see now, you know what is x, what you can find what is y, what. So please try question J. Okay, you try. Come on, guys. Hey, come on here, Abdurrahman. I don't see you, Abdurrahman. I'm worried that you are not paying attention. Abdurrahman says, that's not your business. I don't pay attention. It's my business. Yes, but I need to know that you are learning. Sorry, you are learning. So I need to know. I need to see some reaction from you guys. No reaction means something is wrong. Like Rahana, I can see her head, but where is her heart? See, heart. This teacher very bad. Asking for my heart. I'm not asking for your heart. I'm just asking, where is your mind? Your mind. Wow, the heart is there. Okay. Come on, let's try this one. Come on, let's try this one. You can do elimination method if you want to, but quite tough. Better to do substitution method, I think. Question number J. Again, J will also end up with mixed. Wow, Shafi has come in. And Mr. Shafi, let's see whether you're correct. Says X is correct, Mr. Shafi. And so is your Y. Yes, J. Shafi has now taken over the lead from Inshira and Shafika. He mentored Shafika, but Shafika now sebagai apa? Is besi dengan kulit. Dia sudah lupa abang dia dan dia overtake abang dia. Nah, abang dia now tunjuk dia punya hebat. Ya. We try. Shall we use elimination or substitution? Substitution, right? Yes. In this case, substitution, when you can make x equals to something, y equals to something, use substitution method. But when you cannot do that, it becomes complex. Try to see whether you can use elimination method. Okay, we give you another 2 minutes before we go through this. Come on, Ishi. Shafika. Abdul Rahman. Zahira. Where are you, Zahira? Zahira. Baring. Hayan. Come on, guys. You got to push yourself hard now. Don't wait until exam time. No use. Exam time, everyone pushing hard. I will start to gode, yeah. That means I will start to play around the equation, and I'm going to do like that. See, I'm going to bring the 5y over there. X equals to 16 minus 5y. I'm going to call this. Congratulations, Inshira, for your y. I'm going to call this equation 1, and then I'm going to bring the rest there. I'm going to subtract y down here. Y equals to 3x plus 8. This is equation 2. And then how? Then you can substitute 1 into 2 or 2 into 1. And that's it. You can solve it already. Ustaz Shafika, well done. Hey, no. Sorry, Ustaz Shafika, you got to check your answer for x. Inshira, your x is so big. Okay, your answer, Inshira, reminds me of the story of Little Red Riding Hood. We asked the grandmother, actually, what big teeth you have. Yes, now it's correct. Yes, now it's correct. Because that's not too big. The grandmother says, so that I can. Asan can do, no, Asan? You know how to do? Cannot do? Asan, now, doggy, okay. We can put substitute. Inshi, well, Shamika, well done. Substitute 1 into 2. 1 into 2, what does it mean? It means that we're going to take this value of x, we're going to put it inside here. Can you see not this one? This x, we're going to take this value and put substitute inside. Substitute means to replace. So we are going to do it now. Okay, how? So now it's y. When I say substitute into 2, you write the y, the equation 2. But once you reach x, you put in the value 16 minus 5y. Can you see this is x? This is the value. I put the value here inside down here. Okay. And then plus 8. Remove the bracket. 3 times 16. 16, 16, 32, 6 plus 16, 48. Minus 3 times 5, 15. 15y equal plus 8. Notice there's a y here. I bring the 15y over there, becomes 16y. Why? Minus becomes plus, right? Minus 15y, you bring over, become plus 15y. 6y plus 15y equals 16y. And then 48 plus 8 is 56. So what is y? 56 divided by 16. So let me now divide by 8. You get 2. Divide by 8, you get 7. 7 and 2 is 3.5 or 3.5. Okay. This is that for y. Now you substitute now. You know what is y. So you can call this equation 3, yeah? Y equals to 3.5. You know this, right? You substitute into 1. Sub 3 into 1. Into 1. So what happened? This is equation 1. But the last one on your 1, you write down x equals 16 minus 5. This is 3.5, right? 3.5 is 3.5 lah. 3.5. So 3.5, how much? 5 and 3.5. I gotta check. I think it should be 15.5. 5 times 3.5, 70.5. So x equals to 16 minus 70.5. So answer is -1. So can you see? Negative, huh? So we get -1.5 and y is 3.5. Okay, I know it's a little bit complex, but don't give up. You'll do one more time next week. Okay, but notice what I do. I always relate it to the graph. You see, you can see the value of y. That's now, Hassan, remember we started, I say, remember your y, your x. What is this? I hope you all know what this is. These are the coordinates. If I were to draw, let's say, I want to draw here. Hold on. Let me just draw here. Okay, I know time is almost up. Okay, but imagine now if I draw a graph like that. Imagine. Then I look at x minus 1.5 is here. Okay, and then y 3.5 is here. So down here now, on top here, this is actually the coordinates. What are coordinates? Coordinates means on the graph, you can find a point if you have the both x and y. This is where the graph is going to cut. Two graphs are going to cut. You see, are there two graphs? Yes, this is one graph. This is another graph. So they are cutting each other at this point. Which point? There you have found out what y is. You have found out what x is. You have found out the coordinates of the point of intersection. That means the point where the two graphs cut each other. You see, this is called a graph, this line. Yes, this line is called a graph. This other line is called a graph. And you have the formula here. The formula here. Okay, I hope you're all right. Okay, we'll meet again next week. We try again, okay? You got any questions from school, please message me at least one day before so that I can prepare something and go through. Okay, you take care of yourself. Assalamualaikum.